Hey guys, obviously I'm Logan Creekmer, and I'm going to be doing our video today. I'm here in my shed at my house. I built over quarantine. It's kind of become my creative studio of sorts, and today we're going to be going over the basics of Illustrator. Alright, so we have Illustrator pulled up, and Illustrator is this orange icon down at the bottom, right? It's an Adobe product, similar and different to Photoshop. So when we kind of open it up, here's a screen that we're going to see, and very similar to Photoshop, we have our width, our height, our color mode, etc., etc. I always use inches just because I can visualize inches a lot better than I can these other things. I mean, I could do feet, I guess, but really nothing ever is that big that I'm creating. And the color mode is the last thing that I want to talk about that is important for us. There's two options. There's RGB, which stands for red, green, or blue, and then there's the CMYK. I always say CYMK. I'm just now, as I'm reading it, realizing I'm wrong. But RGB stands for red, green, blue, and that is for our screen output, right? So if our final product is meant to be on Instagram or a screensaver, RGB is the way to go, just because that's how our screens are set up. And then CMYK is how printers are set up. So you have, at least 4 ink tanks for every printer, and so it kind of dials it in for that. We're going to create a new, I'm going to go CMYK and hit create. So you get this, and you see that it's similar and different to Photoshop, right? You have your workspace in the middle. On the right, you have properties, layers, libraries, which is a little bit different. And on the left, you have tools. Some of them the same, some of them different. Okay, so what makes Illustrator even more unique is that it works in what's called vectors. Vectors are these mathematical equations that keep lines very clean and sharp at any size, right? And so to kind of demonstrate that, I'm going to go over to Photoshop, right? So you can see I'm in Photoshop, and I'm going to make a square, okay? And you've probably already experienced this with your own stuff, but you see when you zoom in, you see these black boxes, and you can't really see here, but you'd have some white boxes here. And those are pixels, and that's what makes Photoshop so nice, is that you can edit these pixels, right? And so if I used an eraser, no layer selected. And we're not going to get into that. I could edit the individual pixels. And so that gives me a lot of creative freedom. The problem is that, as you all have noted, some of these pictures that we put on even our iPhone background are blurry, and they don't look nice, and they're not sharp. Okay, that's where vectors come in. Because if I drew a square on Illustrator, and I flipped my stroke and fill, and I zoomed in, you would never, ever, ever be able to find a pixel because they just don't exist on Illustrator. Now I'm getting lost in the center of it. All right, and so why is this important? It's important because we don't always make things that are small, right? We have some things we make that are small, stickers and iPhone backgrounds, but in the real world, you might be making a 4x6 poster. You might be making a billboard advertisement, right? That's 24 feet long. Okay, and so that's going to be way different in the quality. The downside of Illustrator is that you're working with vectors, right? So that's the pro and the con. The con of that is that you can't really edit each individual, pixel because there are none. So the main uses of Illustrator are for illustrating or drawing, like the name suggests, and also for building logos. Alright, so I think that about wraps up this video. In future videos, we'll go over some tools and some other features. Thanks for watching.